Giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Mukakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth that rule well. Shalom to the elect scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kodash Paya. And as you can see here, with these protests that's going on, right? I believe in Kenya over the controversial tax and finance bills that, was passed recently. And, Jake, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians in these different Caribbean islands, these different countries, these different states, citizens in general are starting to rise up to, these unjust laws that these, politicians are passing, and it's only being more restricted, you see? And that's coming to ultimately over here to Babylon the Great, which is known as America. Right? They're running into politicians' buildings, invading their homes. So imagine when laws is passed and things are collapsed, right? Over here in America, where people are so comfortable, where things are so convenient, right? Scriptures speak about the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Also, how they're not going to regard the kings of the earth, right? Because you even have in Bolivia, where they were you had troops in military gear, crashing into these government officials' buildings, But real quick, like it says right here, there's an ongoing cult unfolding in Bolivia after one of the country's top generals sent military personnel to occupy government buildings and the presidential palace. Alright? And that's one of the generals that sent the military. So that's definitely right there showing you that the house divided against itself will not stand, or shall not stand. But let's get without further ado, let's get the book of Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse. You can start at 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Right? People are about to experience a lot of chaos and madness real soon. Especially now that there's a lot of talks with the banks on their second phase, the verge of collapse. Lord willing, this coming winter, Lord willing, we'll see. So it's gonna happen regardless. We don't know when, how, who, what, but we know it's coming. But it says, "For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." And that's showing you right there, people are standing up and fighting against another, whether it's police and politicians, civilians and police, civilians and politicians. I mean, you're hearing of this whole debate that happened with Trump and Biden, statements being made that there'll be bloodshed if he's in or whether he's not, president at the time. We'll see, But that was the same man that said, this is the calm before the storm. Alright? It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They're showing you right there that these politicians hold no weight besides the pen and paper. You know? And soon it's gonna get physical. It's gonna get physical real soon, because people are getting uncomfortable, with these gradual steps. And it's only gonna get worse. Let's get alright, since we quoted it, St. Luke chapter 12 verse 51 says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you neighbor, rather a division. You see? And we seeing conflict throughout the whole world, divisions among people. Right? And but primarily Babylon the Great is where, all hell is gonna ultimately break loose. Jacob's troubles, martial law, civil unrest, right? Things of that nature, because this is where the main judgment will lie, also salvation. Okay? Let's get St. Matthew chapter 12 and verse 25, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. Right? And what the scriptures also say in the book of Acts, the 5th chapter, if this house or this council be of men, it shall surely come to naught, roughly paraphrasing, which is not going to amount to nothing. All these unjust, bills and, these different laws they're passing, it's all for damnation, for their house to be desolate and come to naught. But it says, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And that's within cities, countries, even families in small households, divided against itself. Mother against the daughter, the son against the father. Right? These things are coming, especially when they implement that new digital currency that's going to come real soon. Right? We've seen that type of division during 2020. We know what happened. People's true colors came out through fear, because their backs was against the wall. Right? Let's get one more scripture, Lord willing. In the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, verse 31, it says, alright, let's get straight to the point. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So, spiritual warfare, physical warfare, mental warfare. We're in a time of major conflict brewing up gradually. Wars and rumors of wars. You see? So, even the animals are starting to get fed up. But anyway, it's all through the Spirit of the Lord. The Lord is orchestrating all of this. And showing you that the kings of the earth, these different governments, they're not going to hold any weight. Especially when Yahushua comes back, right? To establish that righteous kingdom on earth, which will never be thrown down, because it's not going to be divided. There's not going to be no sins being committed, none of that. You know? It's going to be pure, complete righteousness. You know? The earth will be guided under the laws. You see, this place is guided under the laws of wickedness. Through rape, robbed, and murder. You know? These elites robbing other people's lands and taking their resources and then putting laws against them and sanction against them. Now they owe money, so it's all utter madness. And we're seeing it collapsing, you know, here and there. But the whole world is going to really feel it real soon. Anyway, with that, till next time, Shalom.